What's up, guys? Jim X the Fanatic, and I'm going to be comparing two jerseys in this video. They are the same player and same team. Hakeem Olajuwon, Hakeem the Dream, and I'm going to be comparing a size 44 authentic by Mitchell and Ness to a size 46 made by Starter. And let's get a debate starting in the comments. Who prefers the Mitchell and Ness, and who prefers the OG? All right. I myself am an OG guy. But let's get into the comparison.
By the way, this jersey is for sale. So hit me up if you're interested. I'm selling it because I do have this one over here, which I just recently got. But all right, this is the Mitchell and Ness jersey. It's a size 44. Still got the tags. Made in China. I think all the modern runs of Mitchell and Ness are made in China, I believe. So as you can see, this is a very nicely made jersey. It's got all the details. It is double stitched here, and it's got this very shiny silver. Okay, I love that. I love the blue pinstripes, blue and white. It's got that. This is the best logo in Houston history, I believe, is this rocket here. I mean, I just love the literal interpretation logos, like Houston Rockets. Hello, they're called the Rockets. Why wouldn't you show a picture of a rocket? You know what I mean? So anyway, here we go with the rockets across the chest. And with this, you've got the ball in the background and this rocket. None of this is stitched, which is how it was. This is actually how it was when they wore it. All this behind is not stitched, and the letters are all stitched on. The white is stitched separately from the red. All right. The blue outside of the red is not stitched. Okay. And you can see the holes in the mesh material. Jock tag 96 97 season. I'm not sure exactly how many seasons they wore this. I know it was more than one, but this is, I believe, the first season it is the first season that they wore this, I think, after they won the championship. In 94 and 95, they wore this in 96. So they won the championships in the red and yellow, plain jerseys. Hardwood authentic classics, or hardwood classics, and then authentic. All right. Nostalgia Co. Mitchell and Ness, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 44 large. This is what the tagging looks like for the Mitchell and Ness Authentics. There is one small difference, I believe now. Oh, God. Okay, well, someone's honking outside. This is New York City, so what do you expect? But in any case, there's one small difference. It says like Authentics down here somewhere on the new run of the Mitchell and Ness jerseys. So this is like a pretty new. I don't know. I guess it's the same run, but it's like a slight modification they made to the more recent jerseys. Is it says like Authentics down here. In any case, that's pretty much it for this jersey, at least the front of it. You got the gold NBA logo, which is on all jerseys that were made in the 95-96 season. We can take a quick look at the back. It's just nothing different than the front. Very nice jersey, though. The colors are very vibrant on this. Double stitched name on the back, right? And it's super shiny, guys. The jersey is super shiny. It looks very nice. The thing about it is it's very thick. So right here, very thick armbands here. And the whole jersey, the mesh is just very thick. That's how Mitchell and Ness Authentics are. Very thick. And you're going to see it's longer than the counterpart over here, which is an OG jersey It is a size 46 authentic starter. Okay. And right away we can see some differences looking from above. Okay. Uh, well, I guess we got to go back to the front to see the compare front to front. Okay. So let's take a look again here. All right. So they look more or less the same, but when you go closer up, you get to see the differences. This one does not have a gold logo. Um, Starter size 46. This is what the neck tag looks like. Okay. Now it's fairly thick, but just feeling it, I don't know if you can. I think you can probably see it. Yeah, just from looking at it, you can tell that this one is thicker. The Mitchell and Ness. Yeah, it feels it and it looks it. Um, that doesn't mean this is not a quality jersey. In fact, this is the one I'm going to be keeping. I'm an OG guy, and this is a very well made jersey as well. Harder to find. The stitching is also, I got to clean this up a little bit. I just got it in the mail. This one also has the double stitching, the with the red and white, and the silver inside. The silver is shiny, but not as shiny, which is okay with me. Honestly, I love how just look at how that pops. I mean, this is really nice. Like, I actually would prefer this to be just as shiny, but I guess it's more gray with a little bit of shine, with a little bit of sparkle. It has a decent amount of sparkle, depending on the angle you're looking at it at. But yeah, and same deal here. The mesh with this into the mesh, and then the rocket stitched on. All right, so very similar jerseys. How do they measure? Let's find out. Now remember, we're comparing a 44 to a 46. Mitchell & Ness does not make 46, which is an in-between size, in between large and extra large. Mitchell & Ness, the problem with Mitchell & Ness for me is the 44 is tight and the 48 is loose. So that's always been the problem for me. This one is approximately, about 22 inches, maybe a little slightly less. All right. So that's why it's tight on me. It's just under 22 inches. Whereas if we go to the starter is about a little bit over 22, I'd say. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, it should be closer to 23. Yeah. So let's see. 22 and a half. I'm going to call this 22 and a half. 22 and a half inches. So over here, we've got maybe just under 22 for the Mitchell & Ness. And here we've got 22 and a half for the starter. It should be that way. This is when the numbers actually meant something, guys. Because the numbers match up with the chest measurement, unlike the new Nike jerseys. So new Nike, or just Nike, fuck you guys for your sizing. One last look at both jerseys, guys. The main difference, I'd say, is the shininess in that silver and the sizing of it. Even though we know this is slightly wider because it's a 46, it's a boxier shape. So it's also, if we pull this up, it's shorter. It's much. So here's the difference in length, guys. Mitchell & Ness makes their jerseys a little longer. All right. The starter has a boxy fit to it, which actually fits my body well because I'm short and stubby. So that's it for my comparison. Let me know which one of these you guys would prefer. It's a tough call for me because this one is very bold and the colors are, you know what, you don't see the holes as much on the mesh. So it's like smooth and thick. And this one is thinner. The holes are a little bigger. All right. And besides that, like I said, the shininess of this silver. This honestly looks more beautiful, but I'm just old school. Like I like collecting vintage. So don't get me wrong, I love this jersey, but I don't know if I want to keep two of the same. So I think I'm gonna sell this one. Let me know if you're interested. It's a beautiful jersey, one of the better made jerseys that I've seen by Mitchell and Ness, to be honest. Because sometimes Mitchell and Ness fucks up. They get the coloring wrong, or they get something details wrong on the jersey. Also, let me know if you notice anything wrong with this one. Not that there's anything like very wrong with it, but you know what I mean. Sometimes Mitchell and Ness messes up on their details when they try it. I don't know why, because it's kind of easy to find pictures, on Getty Images or whatever. Just look up, do your research, and find out exactly how it was supposed to look, how they wore it, back in whatever season it was. But for some reason, inexcusably, they still mess up sometimes. I don't think there's any major flaws in terms of design on this one compared to how it's supposed to look. You know what I mean? For example, if they had made this a round collar or whatever, you know what I mean? Something like that, something stupid. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next video. Peace.